9:30 and we can start. I thought today I explain first because we're going to go to a different awareness. At least we should inculcate the archetype of Lakshmi and understand that. So just a quick recap, we've been talking about all these demons, and to understand that these demons are the personification of the vikaras that we talk about. We have three sets of two vikaras each. There's the kama, krodha, which is desire and what should you say, anger. And then you have lobha, moha, which is greed and attachment. And then we have mada, matsarya, which is pride and jealousy. So, and these are fueled by the kleshas that we talk about. The kleshas being avidya and raga dvesha. These are the two. Avidya is ignorance of our real self. Raga dvesha is the dualities, the craving and aversion. So they define the first two sets, which is the madhu kaitava, and that is madhu stands for kama, kaitava stands for krodha. Rakta bij, which is what we are going to discuss today, stands for lobha, that is the greed. And dhumra lochana stands for moha, which is the illusion. As the name is, they're very the rishis were very clear with the names. Dhumra is smoky, lochana is sight, smoky sight translates to illusion. And then the last two are Mada, Matsarya. Mada translates to Shumbha, which is, that is pride. That means you doubt other people's abilities, conflict with other people. And Matsarya is Nishumbha, which is jealousy, which we doubt our own capacity. So, and then ultimately, this leads to the destruction of Chanda Munda. Chanda is violence, himsa, and the himsa is caused because of Munda. Munda is the head, the ahankara, and this translates to the other kleshas. The first one was avidya, which is ignorance, raga dvesha, polarities. Then comes these mada, matsarya. The klesha is asmita, which is ego driven. And Chanda Munda is ultimately Abhinivesha, which is roughly translated to, poorly translated to, fear of death, not just of the body, death of the ego. We are far more worried about the death of the ego than the body. So these are the demons that we are dealing with, and we should constantly, these 9 days, constantly become aware where the Madhu Kaitava is arising in us, where the Rakta Bija and Dhumra Lochana is arising us, where the Shumbha Nishumbha is arising in us, and when Chanda Munda is arising in us. Today we are going to talk about the Lakshmi Tattva, the Rajas element, and that deals with this Rakta Bija and Dhumra Lochana, because the first stage, Kali, talks about the Tamoguna, where it is inertia, that victim mentality, not procrastination, and no ability to do anything, no desire to do anything, just want everybody to do everything for us. So to get out of that, we need desire, passion, Rajas element, activity. And but the problem with that is that very quickly activity and desire and passion can become Dhumra Lochana, can take us towards becoming Dhumra Lochana, which is smoky eyed, which is illusions. So how do we then balance this conflict? You have to understand what is that one thing that Lakshmi, in that imagery of the three Devis, Kali, Lakshmi and Saraswati, what is the one thing Lakshmi does that Kali and Saraswati don't do? Lakshmi is serving the feet. Basically they show her as pressing, massaging Vishnu's feet, basically serving Vishnu. Therein lies the clue how to defeat, how to use Rakta Bija to come out of tamas and then defeat Rajaguna and go towards Sattva-guna. Because Shri Lakshmi has two meanings or has two qualities: that which can take you towards Vishnu and that which can destroy you. In the Dhumra Lochana, you can caught up in the cycle of illusions, and never be able to get caught up out of that. So when you cultivate desires and start doing things for yourself, getting into bringing passion into your life, activity into your life, desires, good, must always stop and think, pause and think, what are these desires for? Where is it leading me? Is it leading me towards my ultimate truth, or is it keeping me mired in illusion, maya? That is the dhumra lochana is very important for us to understand that. And the reason, not the reason, the way we can do this is understanding the Lakshmi Tattva. It is about balance. It is that Goldilocks philosophy, not too much, not too little, because too little takes you down to tamas, too much dhumra lochana. So then that balance to always keep in mind that all the things that we do and we say these are good, especially because this is about pride and ego also, especially when we are trying to help people, we have to bring awareness to our power patterns, whether our power is giving things or helping people, or not to get caught up in that I am doing so much, because that is where that maya is, fine line, not understanding that you're getting caught in that illusion. So bring awareness to where you think you're doing the good thing, the right thing. Please bring awareness to that, because therein lies dhumra lochana. And also today we will is the fourth day, which is Kushmanda, and let's recap the last 3 days. First was Shailaputri, which is what, setting a good intention which is stable like the mountain, but also the shape that it takes us from the earthly, material, physical desire towards our spiritual self. That is what your desire should be, not any ordinary desire. Second one is brahmacharini. That is when we close, we do not take in information from the outside world. We shut down the 9 openings in our body so that the outside world for the moment retreats. You are inside and you start stirring up samudra manthan, and that is the one that we took into the third day, which is what was the Shailaputri, Brahmacharani, Chandra Ghanta. Ghanta is a bell which reminds us every time there is a bell, we pause and say, oops, it reminds me of something. Something we have to bring our attention to something, whether it is an alarm clock or a bell in the office or bell in the school or wherever it is, and reminds you of what? Brings you to your awareness of your Chandra. Chandra stands for moon, stands for your emotions, to bring awareness to your emotions, not do anything about it, just bring about. Today, from there, once we spend enough time inside, when we shut the entire 9 openings to the outside world, and we do the samudra manthan, the churning inside us, we realize that the entire world, we are the creator of our world, that shakti is within us. This Kushmanda is, Kushma is like the sun, warm like the sun, radiant like the sun. Anda is the egg, cosmic egg, and it is the power within the sun. All the power is inside us. The reference to egg is also the yolk is inside. The shell is the body, but the actual power is the yolk inside. And even funnily enough, a pumpkin is called a Kushmanda, and today I found out, because it looks like the sun, and apparently on the scale of prana, pumpkin has the highest pranic value in terms of food. So that's also called Kushmanda. But also understanding that our power, our radiance, our happiness, our Shakti, everything is inside. And the only way we can experience that is when we stop taking in sensory information with our senses and our mind, shut everything in, go inside and realize that the real power lies inside. That's the significance of Kushmanda. The Kushmanda, of course, also means a ball of energy or prana shakti, and it's all within us. And only when we shut the doors and go inside can we figure that out. So that's pretty much it. I think we'll start the chanting. We'll first do the Gam Ganapate Nama, then we'll do the Sahana Bhavatu mantra, then we'll do the Shrim Him Hrim Shrim mantra 108 times, and then 3 times Mahalakshmi Ashtakam. So let's start. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. wanted to share one more story. I mean, because the message for these 3 days that we're taking away is we create our own reality. We have to work hard, and we know that the power is within us. The Kushmanda, remember, the energy is within us, the potential is within us. We have to just take it out. The next Rupas of the Devi will explain how, but also remembering that Shri Lakshmi, she can give you everything, but it stands for two things: that which leads you towards Vishnu, towards ultimate moksha, or that which can destroy you if you get caught up in the wealth and abundance. And wealth and abundance is not just money; it can be name and fame, it can be all kinds of power. That's also wealth and abundance. So there's this story from the Puranas where Rishi Bhrigu goes, he wants to find out which god of the three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the most preeminent. And the other two we will not go into, but when he goes into Vishnu is in deep meditation, and he keeps calling, and Vishnu doesn't wake up from the meditation. So he asks Lakshmi, and Lakshmi says, no, he's in deep dhyana, I can't do anything. So he gets so mad, Rishi Bhrigu, he kicks Vishnu on the chest, and Vishnu wakes up. And but instead of getting angry, he massages the feet of Bhrigu Rishi and says, "Oh, it must have hurt so much kicking, my chest. How can I serve you?" So Rishi Bhrigu was so impressed that he declared that Lord Vishnu is the one who is entitled to and capable of and worthy of being worshipped in all forms. That is why we have all kinds of murtis and avatars and of Lord Vishnu. But Ma Lakshmi, Devi Lakshmi, got so annoyed that she cursed Bhrigu and said that I will never go to the house of a Brahmin. I will only go to, because you had the temerity to come and kick my lord in his chest. So Lord Vishnu, of course, explained to her, saying that no, don't get upset, that he's such a evolved soul, you should not be cursing him. And Rishi Bhrigu also asked for forgiveness. So Ma Lakshmi said that I cannot take back my curse, but I will go to a Brahmin's house if they pray only, not directly. They cannot pray to me directly. It's not going to work that much. But if you pray to Lord Vishnu, then through him I'll go to you. But the significance behind there is, if you are a Brahmin, that means your quest is the Brahman. You should not be looking for ordinary wealth. Your idea of wealth should be the ultimate. You have to go only that wealth that will take you to Vishnu will bring Lakshmi to you. If our awareness is at the level of Vaishyas or Kshatriyas or Shudras, then we can ask for Shudras and Vaishyas awareness, which is victim mentality and transactional mentality. Then we can ask for Lakshmi. We need that power to get out of that tamas element. But if you are on the quest of to find out about the Brahman, then ordinary wealth, ordinary abundance you should not strive for it. And even if you do, it won't come to you unless you are looking and invoking the Vishnu Tattva and the ultimate Brahman. So that's the significance of Lord Lakshmi. Whenever you are asking for anything from Lakshmi, remember to ask the darshan of and the blessings of Lord Narayana as well, because Lakshmi is Lakshya, goal. Once you set the goal, you have to vibrate at that goal, and that vibration is Vishnu. The higher frequencies are represented by Vishnu. So that is why it is very important that Lakshmi is the only one serving Vishnu. The other two, Kali could not give a damn, neither would Saraswati. Because if wealth does not serve you to go make you more spiritual, it will destroy you. That's it. I think we will, thank you so much, all of you. We are very grateful that we have this wonderful group energy. We don't have to go back into the group and thank each other anymore. Right here, I am grateful to all of you for bringing your energy and making this synergy so much more powerful. Let's hold a virtual circle and put everybody that who has come to you with their pain, suffering, your own pain and suffering, the people who are working in the front lines, the doctors, the firefighters, or any number of people, put everybody in the center virtually. Visualize we are all holding hands and we are all sending them our best blessings. We are channeling it from the Devi. Good night, and we'll meet again tomorrow. Again, tomorrow is Lakshmi's, we'll be invoking Ma Lakshmi's energy next 2 days. and same time 9:30.
And we'll be wearing yellow again?
Yeah, that's next 3 days. Let's yellow or gold?
Yellow.
Yeah, the reason, I forgot. I'm so glad you reminded me. Because yellow is almost like gold, and also it, as you rise up from red to go up the color scheme, that 7 colors, yellow comes after red. Gold, Lakshmi, when she comes out of the Samudra Manthan, she's wearing a golden shimmery sari, attire, sari, we are calling it. Why gold? Because gold shimmers, it puts it a mirage, the illusion. We get so carried away by that shimmer and the glitter of gold, we forget. Everybody wants to possess Lakshmi, but they forget what she was there for. She only walks to Vishnu and stays there. She rejected all the devas, asuras, even Shiva. She said, nope, I cannot stay here, I will go only to Vishnu. So understanding that, gold has this habit of mesmerizing, dhumra lochana. The quest and lust and for gold can really get you caught up in that cycle of going round and round, being caught in it. Yeah, thank you. You're always there to remind us. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May there be peace within us, peace on earth, and cosmic peace. Shri Guru Purnama. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Nita.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Nita.
Good night, everyone. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. Jai Mata.